Let's also welcome now viewers, another guest who's joining in. We have with us now Brijesh Singh Sr, Technical Analyst at StockAxis. Warm welcome to you, Brijesh ji. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Your sense of what are the markets now telling you after these record high levels? We are sitting on the 13th straight day of gain. That would mean a record high, the all-time move that, something we have not seen before. Historic move as well, longest stretch for the Nifty. What does this tell you?
So as we have said, 13 days straight, so generally 13वां दिन बड़ा मुश्किल होता है फिबोनाची रिट्रेसमेंट के हिसाब से भी अगर हम बात करें. So like if we talk about, so I feel that first of all let me say that the trend is positive, but there would be profit booking would be coming. That is one part. We might see some a consolidation phase also, and Nifty on the higher side might try to touch 25,400 or 25,470, from where the small profit booking would be coming. Whereas still on the downside has been considered, I still feel 25,000 psychological mark is a support, or say 24,900 is a support which should hold on and which should not break. Even from the level of, say, when Nifty broke down 24,670, we have been saying that it is heading towards the level of 25,000 or above that level, or even we might try to see a high of 25,400 plus. And in today's session or on Friday session, we have seen Nifty making a high of say 25,333. So first of all, trend is positive, but this type of, whenever the market comes, when things are not up to the mark or the buying side or risk reward ratio is not in your favor, better to sit idle and just wait, let it settle, let it make a base, and then again the new rally can be coming up. Right now the bank Nifty is little bit making a sign up on the higher side as compared to Nifty has been considered. 51,400 around, it's been trading near the high. The day high already has been made, but near the day high it's been trading, and I feel that it is heading towards the level of 51,900 or 51,950. So another 500 points of rally can be seen in the bank and Nifty. So both the industry trends are positive, but only thing is that sometime we would be seeing a consolidation, and again the fresh rally would be coming up for the new highs.
Okay, what else has been on top within this market is the SME IPO space, where there is no let up in all time frames. Shell tells me it's the top performing index, so much more than what the secondary markets are doing, much more than what all the sectoral indices are doing. This is one index that has been only soaring higher, but because of this kind of demand, huge surge, and investors' attention here and concentration too, there is a continuous word of caution that is flowing in from the top market voices and the regulators as well. We now will make you listen to one bite that we have from NSE CEO Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, as he also gives his cautionary word against the exuberance that's being seen in the SME IPO space. Let's listen in.
It seems to be emerging that the too much of good thing is bad, and so too much of SME sort of framework also, SME is getting too much funding or their prices going up is also bad. And that's what creates apprehensions across, saying there is a runway growth there and we need to be very aware and take actions again. So somewhere the balance, as Dr. Anand Nageshwaran said, that we need to be somewhere in the middle path. And that's what both exchanges have tried to do.
Sakshi, it's a mind-boggling return on the BSE SME IPO index, no matter what time frame you look. 1 month up 11%, 3 months up 54%, 1 year up 1.9 times, 3 years, in each year it is up 1.6 times. In 5 years, 132% return each year. So this is the froth that is there in the market, and that's the reason why you see this mad rush for IPO allotments and this huge oversubscription that happens. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is a time to be extremely cautious. Of course, it is entirely up to you to fill in the applications. But remember, people who are making consistent money in SME IPOs are those who are a part of the anchor book, or those who have been allotted shares much before when the IPO came in. With that background in mind, please exert as much due caution as you can while finding out good quality SME listed companies. It is not as if that everything is bad, but the lens and the filter that you use now in SME IPOs has to be that much more thick and that much more cautious. It is your hard-earned money that you deploy in the markets, and this is something that we need to be extremely cautious about. What I'll do is I'll send you a long-term chart of the BSE SME IPO index so that you can see the rally over the last 5 years or so. Sakshi.
Okay, Brijesh, of course, this is one space where we needed to caution the viewers and the investors at large, right there, who may be feeling a FOMO. But overall in the markets, where do you still see there are pockets of value, safe for fund deploying, even at record high markets that you can spot?
If for a short-term bet is been considered, then definitely one can look out the flavor of chemical and fertilizers. Still they are been moving, whether that be RCF, FED or Chambal fertilizer, GNFC has been considered. If we look out a little bit on the defensive part, then pharma stocks, Lupin like stock or Cipla like stocks, again can we look out for a buying has been considered. Even in today's session, we have seen some IT stocks moving up, whether that be SCL Tech or Persistence. They are been moving up. So a few bets are still been there. But as I always say, whether you are looking for an investment purpose or whether you are looking for a trading point of view, always use strict stop loss. People are not using stop loss. That is a major concern. And after that, when things goes down and against them, then they start crying. So I always say that whenever you used to try to be brutal with your stop losses. If you are saving your capital, then again the chances would be coming, and again you can make a money. And suppose the things goes wrong or against you, don't worry. It happens that way. So try to stick towards the stop losses. If I talk about the, some bet has been considered, like right now, if I talk about the Geo Finance, right now the stock has been splendidly moving up with the huge volume. 344 around the stock has been trading. So suppose someone wants to go long at the present rate or any dips toward the level of 341, can look out to buy at the present rate with the stop loss of 330 and then play for the target of 360 to 363. Another counter where the buying is been emerging is in Adani stock. So Adani Wilmart is looking promising. 375 around the stock is been trading. So present rate can be used to go long or any dips toward the level of 370 or 72 with the stop loss of 364. Play for the target of 400 and 405. And another stock with the Adani group is Adani Green Energy, still looking promising. 1,939 around the stock has been trading. So present rate already dips towards the level of 1,930. One can look out to buy with the stop loss of 1,855. Play for the target of 2,100 or 2,120.
Okay, got it. So that's the view that's coming in on the Adani Group stocks right there. We'll take your view also on the entire FMCG space that's been buzzing, Brijesh Ji. We haven't discussed on this show yet, but is there any stock that's giving you confidence at the current levels within the FMCG pack? How should one be really moving here? Should one go with the leaders here? Should one diversify into the liquor space that's been buzzing off late? Where do you see momentum continuing?
See, if I talk, as you have said, suppose someone wants to play with the FMCG, definitely one should look out the leader, and the leader is no doubt is the ITC stocks. Now, if I look out the ITC chart, it's been trading in the range downside 470 or 480 around, and upside it is somewhere around 510. Still, overall, first of all, the trend has been positive. Dips can be used to go long, 500 around if it stays, or 505 around if it stays. One can look out to buy this counter with the stop loss of 480 for the target of 550. Only the thing is that the time frame would be on a little bit on the higher side. If someone has a view of say 1 month or a couple of months, then look out. As you have said, with the leaker, no doubt today we have seen Radico Khaitan moving up 2010 around. The stock has been trading, and in today's session we have seen stock making a new 50-week high of 2050, and on 30th already the stock has given the price breakout followed by the volume breakout. So 2009 around it's been trading. So present rate or any dips towards the level of 2001 can be on the buy side with the stop loss of 1835. Play for the target of 2250.
Along with the market, it's the liquor stocks that are in high spirits. Just show the chart of Globus, United Spirits. What are the other liquor stocks? I think Tilak Nagar Industries, Allied Blenders. All of them are doing fantastically well and enjoying this premiumization of liquor that's happening within the Indian consumer framework. Remember, behind United Spirits, I'll request the PCI to show longer term charts, maybe a weekly chart or a monthly chart. The daily chart doesn't do justice to the kind of rallies that we are seeing, especially on United Spirits. This is one stock that is also running on very high steam of the UK-India FTA agreement that is supposedly in the pipeline. So United Spirits Sakshi over the last 10 years has just given a return of 191% over the last 5 years. And you will not believe the return that Radico Khaitan has given. Let me just get that number for you. Radico Khaitan is up maybe 20 times if I'm not wrong. And I might be understating the rally on Radico Khaitan. I'll request the PCR to fire the longest term chart possible on Radico, and you'll see, okay, in the last 10 years, each year, the stock has appreciated 37%. So if you divide 72 by 37, that's the rule of doubling. Every 2 years, the stock has doubled. So that's the rally, 77 rupees in September 14.
Yeah.
And I would imagine the stock has gone up by 77 rupees today, if not more. So, you know, that is how compounding works. And all that you have to do is 69 rupees. I'm so sorry. Instead of 77, it's 69.
Very close.
But still a 1x return for those who had bought it in September. So that's how money is made. And, you know, United Spirits is a global multinational, and people generally prefer stocks of global multinationals in their portfolios, especially in India. It is that white skin, what do you call white skin? Let me just use a better
White
word.
Man's,
the word that is coming to my mind is not correct. It can't be used publicly, but that's what we have, fetish, a white skin fetish. It was up 191%. I was very happy till I saw the returns on Globus and of course Radico. So that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. The other stock that's worth mentioning so far in the trade is, which one was I was trying to mark? It sort of slipped my mind. Okay, let me get back to you. I had an interesting thought to share with Sakshi and everybody. But let's just see. Sakshi, yours.
Okay. Let's also get you to discuss this with us, the Bajaj twins with us, Brijesh ji, Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance. Of course, this is news-led buoyancy that we are seeing. Up next, we will be keenly watching out for the IPO price band of Bajaj Housing. Maybe tomorrow it will come, and then we'll be able to be in a better position to discuss the upcoming IPO. But you know, the opportunity could be there for the shareholders of Bajaj Finserv and Finance to be getting that allotment for IPO going forward from here. After a long haul again, we are seeing an IPO from the Bajaj stable. But technically speaking, where would you continue to be in focus within the twins?
So Sakshi, since they are both in the finance stocks, so today I was just looking the financial stocks also, like because of this Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finance, all are started moving, whether that be SBI Life, Max Financial, Chola Finance, so SCI, Lombard, all this started moving up. Now regarding with the Bajaj finance stock has been considered, and today the stock has been trading above the longer term moving averages. It has already made a base of 6,380 or 6,400 around, and volume it has moved up. I feel that it might have exhausted somewhere around, if it crossed 7,900 then well and very good, otherwise I feel that that would be the tough resistance to cross 7,900 around, but still it would be trying to touch the level of 7,900 or 7,950. 7,200 is the support, should not break for a short term, that has been considered. Regarding with Bajaj, it's been considered stock. In today's session, we have seen making a new 50-week high, and the rally from a level of 1,525 has not been over. Still, with the volume, it has been moving up. I feel that 1,690 is a support, deeper support I am talking about. If it holds, then I try to touch the level of 2,020, 2,050 level.
Okay, Sakshi, the BSE SME IPO index is ready, and I'll request the PCR to fire it, and you will see how money is made. Sadly, there's no ETF to track it. Otherwise, forget IPO applications, you could have just bought the ETF. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is a monthly chart, which essentially means that every bar that you see, green or red, is a 1 month rally on the charts. And let me just get back to my screen. Yes, somewhere in 2016, this was at 2,871, which is now at 16,388. So that's, ladies and gentlemen, the kind of money the index has made. Forget individual stocks. So this rally is what every regulator, every sensible analyst has been warning people to please be wary of. But the markets are markets, and they can remain irrational more than what you can remain liquid. So with that background in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is what is happening in the IPO, SME IPO market. And this week, Sakshi, 9 IPOs are either raising funds or getting listed. We've spoken to Bazaar Style Retail.
Yeah.
We've spoken to
Precision.
Premier Energies. These were the 2 major good ones that we sort of could filter with our lenses. And just hold your breath, Sakshi. In next 2 weeks, there are 9 new fund offers which may raise 65,000 crore rupees.
Wow.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the liquidity flow. आप कुछ करें ना करें, इस बाजार को शॉर्ट मत कीजिए, is my limited advice. It can remain irrational more than what you can remain liquid. So with that background, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to Brijesh ji and handle him the difficult task of BTST or STBT.
आपने हमें दुविधा में डाल दिया ये बोल के कि आप शॉर्ट ना करें लेकिन प्रॉफिट बुकिंग मिलती है तो आप बुक कर लें।
ब्रिजेश जी, आप तो ब्रज के राजा हैं, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। चलिए आपकी शॉर्ट कॉल देखते हैं और मैं ये नोट करके रखूंगा।
No.
Sakshi, do you have a pen?
It's a joke apart. It's a joke apart. So
नहीं, अरे जरूर शॉर्ट कॉल दीजिए।
I'll start with BTST only. Aditya Birla Finance, ABFRL. It's looking promising. On a shorter term time frame, the chart 309 around the base has been made. Now it has moved up towards the level of 320. Suppose someone wants to do BTST, present rate can be used to do BTST with a stop loss of 316. Play for the target of 327, 328. It can further up move can be seen towards the level of 336 around. And Adani stocks Adani Enterprises looking promising for the BTST has been considered. 3037 around it's been trading. Keeping a stop loss of 2990, play for the target of 3100 to 3120.
Okay, so we'll continue to focus on these trades which you've highlighted. There are some more interesting names that are pulling up in the markets, and I wanted your attention there. CAMS is coming back, 4% higher in trade today at 4,439 at the current levels. How are you looking at this capital market related stocks? It's at the high point of the day, it's climbed up. Brijesh ji, CAMS kaisa lag raha hai? And maybe you could add a few names to the list.
So if I stick on with the CAMS only, first of all, the trendline breakout has been witnesses, shorter term moving average as well as medium term moving average. The stock has been trading above that. 4,436 around it's been trading, keeping a stop loss of 4,200. One can look out to buy. And on the higher side, the level where the supply can be coming would be on 4,700 followed by 4,840 zone. So present rate can be used to go long for the target of 4,700, and as I said, if it surpasses, then 4,840 would be the another level. Present rate can be used to go long with a stop loss of 4,200.
Okay, got it. So that's the view. Another one within the FNO space, let me just pull out one name for you. SBI Cards, after a long haul, is pulling up in the FNO space, 3.5% higher. How are you looking at this stock? Is there a move that one should be tracking now?
So if I talk about the SBI card, the trend is positive, but it has a resistance as 755 to 760 60 level. If it crosses, then fresh entry can be made. That is one part. In dips, one can look out to buy, not at the present rate of 743. I'm talking with the cash point of view. If it trades somewhere around 733, 734, 10 rupee downside, then only one can look out to buy with a stop loss of 722, play for the target of 755 to 760. If it gives closing about 760, then the fresh entry can be done aggressively with a stop loss of 740, play for the target of 800 plus.
Okay, got it. So that's as far as SBI Cards is also concerned. Let's again look at some of the other buzzing spaces at this point in time. Remember, viewers, India VIX is something that we haven't touched base upon, but you should be looking at it. 5.5% higher in trade at 14.1 levels. So the volatility levels are increasing. You should definitely keep one eye on it while we are looking at all the levels that are at record high levels and all-time high levels too. But keep an eye out on the India VIX as well. Right now, it's almost at 14.1. Let's now look at some other spaces. Auto ancillary space, does that interest you, Brijesh ji, at this point? Some of the names are pulling up. Munjal Auto, Precision Camshafts, Sona BLW. These are the spaces that are up 4, 5%, even 7, 8% for some of them. What looks good here?
Sona BLW look promising. The stock had a high of 764, and from there the profit booking came at middle of 640, 43 around, and again it has pulled up, and now at 711 it has been trading. So somewhere if it comes at around 700 around, one can look out to buy this counter with a stop loss of 680. On the higher side, first level of the resistance would be lying at 740, 745 band. If we are crossing that level, then the next level would be a new high. 50-week high. The 50-week high is 764. We might break that level and we might try to touch a level of 800, 810. So at 700 odd level, if it comes, then one can look out to buy with a stop loss 680, play for the first target of 740, 745.
Okay, I think the auto ancillary space, apart from Sona BLW, is doing pretty well. Let's just look at some outperformers there. Just a moment, please. There's so many screens open that it becomes little difficult to find out. Yes. So we've discussed Sona BLW. Sakshi, Munjal Auto, I think you marked it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Up 16% today, 123. You have Munjal Showa, which makes shock absorbers for two-wheelers, 7% higher, 186. Alicon Cast Alloys, 4% higher, 1490. And of course, you have the usual suspects in the form of Uno Minda, 0.5% higher, 1180. I think this is one stock that we've been discussing from 400 rupee levels with Devan Bhai, yes, Devan Choksi. And a lot of people, I think Ashish Chaturmota spoke about it, Chandan has spoken often about it. So these are stocks that are doing so many well. I have so many stocks on purpose. We are marking those which are doing very well. Some of the finest names are Shanti Gears, 610 for you, 1.3% higher. Siat Limited, Shriram Pistons, 1.5% higher, 2184. And of course, who can forget Tube Investments of India, TI Industries, 4102, 1.7% higher. The maker of Hercules Cycle and now the parent of CG Power. So this is something, these are stocks that are doing wonderfully well, Sakshi. I think before we thank Brijesh Ji, it needs to be mentioned that today is a historical day, ladies and gentlemen. By all accounts, unless there is a major earthquake or a major event over the next 3 minutes, you will see the Nifty closing up for the 13th day in a row, and this is a record. I still remember the first day the Nifty was traded, and between then and now 25 years have lapsed. And why 25? So 5 plus 4, 29 years have lapsed, and never has it happened that the Nifty is rallied for 13 successive days. About 12.5% is 1200 points is what the index has gained, 4.9% higher in the last 13 sessions, and fueled repeatedly by liquidity. Nothing seems to be dislodging the bulls, whether it is slowing GDP, whether it's mediocre GST collection for the month of August, whether it's mediocre auto numbers, nothing at all, ladies and gentlemen. A day of reckoning, and what a wonderful place to be, Sakshi.
Absolutely. This is something that all of us are witnessing as history being made in front of us. Never before has it happened that the Nifty has gained for 13 straight days. And like you had pointed out, Shell, this is despite the negative news that flows that we have actually seen last week. We've seen a slowing GST collection. We've seen a slowing growth on the GDP front as well. Auto sales numbers which are not enthusiastic at all. So some such factors, but at this point in time, the markets are on their own. Global cues also supporting the momentum at this point in time as well. This has been its own doing at this point, 13 days of rally. Let's get in Brijesh Ji to help us understand, how has he seen the rally unfold in front of him and history in the making. Brijesh Ji, आपने कब से निफ्टी को ट्रैक करना शुरू किया था?
I started looking Nifty from 2000, and my first job was from 2004 onward. So 3 digit का देखा था निफ्टी को, and आज 3 digit
क्या बात है?
5 digit में convert होते हुए देख रहा हूँ. Still very big part, and still it would be going. See, histories are always been created, निफ्टी ने जब फर्स्ट टाइम 1000 पे ट्रेड हो रहा था, फ्रॉम 1000 to 5000 to 10,000, so always it's a very good part, when you've been there in the market and you feel happy. People are coming, people are going from the market, and from 800 or 600 odd level to the level of 25,200, and still it would be going on the higher side, as I was been saying. Nothing look right now wrong. That is the one part. The only thing is that, as I have said, from a Fibonacci point of view, 13 is where which I have been, having in the mind.
आज lucky 13 होगा, ब्रिजेश जी, lucky 13 हो जाएगा आज.
It happens then, well and very good. It would be a very good thing. From then, I would be saying from 13 day it should go up to 21 day.
Yes, actually, this is a Fibonacci number for those who are watching us in detail. After 8, it's the 13th digit that works, and miraculously, let's keep it to Nifty 50 please on the screen, and miraculously that has happened. And as I have said, nothing seems to be bothering the index, neither the problems between SEBI and Hindenburg, nor the issues of the unwinding of the yen carry trade, We've had a mediocre set of first quarter earnings coming in from
Geopolitical tensions.
from Q1. Sakshi is talking about the problems in the Middle East, the Bangladesh flare-up, and of course MSCI rebalancing. So 6 I can remember offhand in the last 15 days, and nothing has impacted Nifty. From a low of 24,099, we are now at 25,273 in a span of, like I said, 13 trading sessions. Sakshi.
Absolutely. So 2nd of September, we've started off September with a bang, 13 straight days of gains for the Nifty. But if you look at historically, September has actually not been a pretty great month for the markets. Brijesh ji, will this time it'll be a positive close for September? I think out of the last 10 odd times, we've actually seen more times when the markets have slipped in September. But is it going to be changed this time?
See, I feel still been promising, as if we have said, no doubt the history is what it's been saying that, September month would not be that much fruitful. But overall, if we look out from a time cycle point of view, 2024 should be the year where the correction should have come now. Now, April from the election to the election result, everything has been, wiped off. So I feel, first of all, the things would be changing as you have said. 13 would be lucky. So sticking on that, September would be lucky. But as I always say, whether you are trading, whether you are doing investment, stick with the strict stop loss. That is the main part of my motive.
Thank you, Brijesh ji, for that wonderful advice. And